It's Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. Intending you are well, happy, healthy, that your week came to a beautiful end. If you have a hangover, go make you some miso soup, add some chili paste in it, and you'll feel better. So drink a lot of water too. Guys, today I want to talk about death and dying. And why I want to talk about this is because with my aunt, she always gives me these illuminations. When I'm with her, I have the best realization. So we're talking about like suicide, how certain people commit suicide, and just death in general. When it comes to individuals who commit suicide, I was telling her I believe that it depends on how the person in their lives was, the energy that they maintained. Say that person was an amazing, phenomenal person, right? But then just one day they are just like, I can't take it anymore, or whatever. They just took a bunch of pills and committed suicide, right? And I know this stuff is sensitive. I'm a suicide survivor, so I am comfortable with talking about this stuff. So please turn the video off now if you don't feel comfortable with death and dying. But I surely believe I have some insight and some consolation that I can offer you. So this awesome person committed suicide, right? That awesome person is not going to hell, okay? I'm just letting you guys know that. I know it says in the Bible, if you commit suicide, you go to hell or whatever. But that's not the truth, because we, existing as spiritual beings, we live in different planes of existence. Hell is a plane of existence. No, our Creator would not send someone there who was of service in their life, who's a positive light here. Now, that person is going to be sent to the astral realm, where they will wait to be reborn, incarnated as another human being. Now, they may come back in a lower, let's say, status, because the last thing they were thinking before they committed suicide, it may not have been positive. And I'm still talking about the positive person, right? So whatever body their soul goes into, they probably have to go through a lot of struggles again being reincarnated. Okay, let's say someone who was horrible to people all the time. Finally, they were like, I want to commit suicide. Okay, is that person going to hell? No, that person is not going to hell. That person was already in hell on earth. And in the astral plane, that spirit, whatever it carried, is going to be reflected in that plane. That plane will be made up of whatever that being magnifies. You guys follow me? I hope so. So that being is still in that realm, is waiting to be reincarnated, even if they are in a very dark place, waiting to be reincarnated. And then when that person comes back, of course they're going to come back in a lower status, a lifestyle, because of what they were thinking and the actions that they took during their time they were alive. Now, people waiting to be born again in the astral realm, they're different planes of existence. You guys have to understand, there's not just heaven and hell, okay? They're different planes. So when your people pass away, I want you guys to understand that that's not something you should attach yourself to. That's not something that should bring you down. And I'm going to say this in this way, because God, the creator, sustainer, doesn't take away for no reason. The soul has to be weary and worn out to be taken back home. These are people who don't commit suicide. These are the people who die, who get killed, who die of natural causes and stuff. The soul is weary. People, you have to understand that not everyone is sharing everything with you in their lives. That's why communication in our relationships is so important. We don't know what's going on with the people around us because we don't communicate with them. And then when stuff like suicide happens, or the spirit is taken from us because it's weary and we don't know that it's weary and worn out and just not wanting to be here anymore, and then we take that so hard and are so harsh, and we make a whole big thing about death being around us. Because I know someone who experiences a lot of death in their life. The people around them just die a lot, and it's very unfortunate. But also, I mean, I just gave you guys some keys. Those souls were weary as hell. They were tired. They were fed up. You don't know, because you are only one spirit. You don't know what other spirits go through. So I hope that gives you guys some relief about death and dying. I hope that you understand better. And if you have questions, please ask. I mean, everything is not black and white. You guys should know everything in this world is a spectrum of the fucking rainbow, and that's just how humans have made it, and it's very unfortunate, but it keeps us from truly understanding because everything's so divided. But that's my spiel on death today and suicide, and I want you guys to really take in this information and let it sit with you before you let your ego, before you let your conditionings, your patterns, and your inability to discern come back at me, like try to spew things at me. Let's not do that. Please, please, please don't do that. I want you to have a happy, healthy life. The soul is weary, my dear. Let it be at peace. 2, if they commit suicide, just know that they will be born again, and they will have another chance at life. Now, these people dying unfairly out here is so sad. But listen, on the other end of that sacrifice is a blessing. Let me reassure you. And I know it's so sad to even think, how is someone dying? How's a blessing come of that? It is, okay? Don't question the divine. That's the problem with us humans. We always are questioning things too much. And that's where the whole spectrum comes in. Sometimes there's just one answer. But as humans, that's just not enough for us. We have to abandon that, because that is not going to get us where we need to go. It's not going to help us heal. It's not. Having a billion different answers to your problem, it's not going to help you heal, okay? Well, I'm not going to keep blabbering on. I hope you guys understood my message today. Blessings and bliss.